Was Westminster terrorist spooked by an ambulance? The alleged Westminster terrorist who stalked the streets of London for almost 6 hours was being followed by an ambulance with its sirens blaring just seconds before ploughing into 15 cyclists. Shocking CCTV released yesterday shows Sudanese-born Salih Khater, 29, making a sharp left turn as the emergency vehicle passes the right-hand side of his silver Ford Fiesta. He had circled the area for 90 minutes before he veered off the road, raising suspicions he could have been on a reconnaissance mission and was spooked into taking action when he saw flashing blue lights. Earlier Khater had driven 115 miles overnight from Birmingham to the capital and toured the Tottenham Court Road area from 1:25 am to 5:55 am yesterday. He then headed to Westminster and Whitehall, and at just after 7:30 am his vehicle is caught on CCTV, appearing to show Khater react when the emergency lights appear closely behind his vehicle. Officers guarding the area had to leap out of the car's path before armed colleagues rushed to detain the driver early on Tuesday morning. It struck during Parliament's summer recess and ahead of the daily rush of tourists to the area, leaving it relatively deserted. Despite hitting at least 15 cyclists and pedestrians, no one was killed, with only one female cyclist seriously injured. Within minutes the driver, dressed in a white shirt, jeans and a black puffer jacket, was dragged from the driving seat of the crumpled vehicle by armed officers. The terror suspect, thought to be a lone wolf, remained strangely calm and utterly silent, offering no resistance as he was handcuffed. Police found no weapons or explosives. Yesterday police were forced to deny the terror suspect was being followed by a mysterious unmarked van. The CCTV showed a silver Ford Transit clearly slowing down and then changing lanes as the suspect's car veered towards Parliament. The mystery van then stops after cyclists and pedestrians are run down and then changes lanes again to try to follow the driver. But BBC footage of the crash, which remarkably didn't claim any lives, shows the transit gets stuck in traffic as the terror suspect smashes into road barriers. Counter-terrorism chief Neo Bossa ruled out that the Fiesta was being monitored despite experts claiming the CCTV shows the opposite. Mr. Bossa said, "No, I've heard that this morning. There wasn't a police car in pursuit of the vehicle." Experts, including retired Met Detective David Vidset, who worked in counter-terrorism on July 7, believes the transit may have had a police officer behind the wheel. But it could be on a different job and noticed the strange behavior of the driver. He said, "There appears to be silver transit van following the Fiesta, the van has its lights on. The silver van carries on following the Fiesta wherever it goes. The consensus between those of us who are ex-police, is that this is likely an unmarked police vehicle, who spotted the Fiesta acting strangely before it rammed the barrier." He added, "Perhaps the Fiesta was just on hostile reconnaissance, never intended on an attack today, but then realized he'd been spotted by someone, and hence carried out the attack in a small vehicle." Today it emerged that suspect Khater came to Britain 5 years ago and had lost his farmer father and brother in the months before yesterday's incident. He has been described as a quiet loner who spent much of his time listening to pop music, smoking shisha and surfing online at an internet cafe below his old flat in the Sparkhill area of Birmingham. Khater had also been studying accountancy at Coventry University but dropped out and left in May, while friends said he had also wanted to be a pharmacist but failed that course at a Birmingham college because his English was poor. Most recently he moved to a council block in April, which is just 10 minutes from the former home of Khalid Masood, whose murderous rampage 17 months ago appears to have inspired Khater's own car-borne attack yesterday. He is refusing to speak to detectives while he is being held in a South London police station, but Mail Online can reveal Khater enjoyed listening to Rihanna, Celine Dion and Eminem as well as watching Premier League games and football in his native Sudan. Hours after the suspected attack, Britain's head of counter-terrorism announced the suspect was not known to Scotland Yard or MI5 for any previous terrorist activity. The vehicle that police say he used deliberately as a weapon was written off by insurers last autumn and had failed in Mo as it had problems with headlights, a handbrake lever and the steering rack. But it was put back on the road and sold again 8 weeks ago.